murderers?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see the rhythm in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new pair of belts.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
You understand? You done found a new breed of Hebrews that stand and walk with the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and we don't care who we got to come up against. You ain't standing before this truth. You understand? We done took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on. My ruler's head.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they rob a link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys, eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaican, mistreated, and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die from the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry from the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. I'm Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die from the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry from the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim. Homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms. Never getting treatment, something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. If your mind ain't there, then we don't dream of light. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die from the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry from the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die from the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry from the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Outside, you in the crib, but the ball outside. I get it on outside, from the dust to the dawn outside. So when I'm born outside, I'm catching wreck when they drawing outside. Cause it's a war outside, my sword drawn outside. This next caliber, you better be all outside. Cause it's a war outside, I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the ball outside. I get it on outside, and that's a definite. Cannonball, wrecking shit, excellent. Rhyme rocket behind me like the president. I remain strong, King Kong with the prevalence. I show you exactly what we do, that's how I represent. Hardcore, heaven sent, chain on, hella bent. Throwing all black when they spot me like the leopard print. Oh, I got the braids in, shades on, made men. Cause we put in work to stop the earth until they change in. Walk strong, talk heavy, hold my own. You rock solid, well, we bout to leave the sword, the stone. Nigga, we warriors, hardcore, tracking the pride. To let the Hebrew speak, nigga, general eyes. And we talking super heavy, nigga, that's the surprise. With all scripture, street talk, word the captain the car. Nigga, we blazing, ripping the mic with all facts, doing the knowledge to the max. Till we cracking the pavement. U.P.K, got a one West Harlem, nigga. We spring forward and they falling like it's Harlem, nigga. Talking to all them niggas born in the mud. If you ain't feeling this, your cord unplugged, and that's real. Oh, I get they can't tie, or they not of our kind. I get the order that is handled kind, not the one kind, without a doubt in my mind. I'm finna stop and recline. Anybody that come against us, they should probably resign. It's a war going on outside, no man to save from. I hate these niggas throwing shots, but can they take some? Christ says, sell out your garments to get a sword now. I'ma go and sell off these polos to get a 4 pound. Damn sure ain't started the war, but I'ma end it, cause the spiritual war could turn carnal any minute. I remember riding back in the days, window was tinted, but Salaki, I'm done with that carnal shit, I repented. And they bomb-proof the booth every time I'm about to go win it. You ain't know this shit, I live for this truth, and I'ma defend it. And I get my second win just as soon these niggas get winded. It's a war going on outside, I'm jumping in it. It's a war going on outside, you in the crib, but the war outside, I get it on outside. From the dust to the dawn outside, so when the morning outside, I'm catching wreck and they drawing outside. Cause it's a war outside, my sword drawn outside. This next caliber, you better be all outside. Cause it's a war outside, I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the war outside, I get it on outside.
Nobody's safe, it's a war out here. If you pussy in the streets, you a whore out here. See me all suited up in my fallout gear. 762, slip your fucking car out here. No burner, I still a break your jaw out here. No fear, if you scared, get a motherfucking pit. Or sit up in the church, you a motherfucking bitch. I give you in the verse what I give you in a clip. It's 32 rounds of fire, it never quit. A lot of fuckery going down, so what's the purpose? Sick of hanging around these clowns, get out the circus. If you cross that line and you get lit up, the worst is all black hearses, tinted with black curtains. Docs on site with medics and mad
Check. Y'all go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If y'all can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. We're gonna get started in a minute. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat.
They say I got some screws loose, and that's true too. Don't let me let them wolves through like it's a full moon. It's like I transform the booth to a war room. Come up with a strategy, maximizing your calories. Courage of King David battling like a Maccabee. Find out who you think that nigga walks to him casually. Then proceed to bar his life away rapidly. Take a knee for your majesty, take it to hate it savagely. I try leaving rap alone, but I guess that this had to be. Keep you grounded like gravity in the field, but it's damage. Horror, I see calamity. Scar you up with my family. Mumble rappers be mad at me. Fuck them up in they faculty. They words sweet, sit in they mouth.
Hey, shalom, sir. Yahweh Yahshua Barakatah.
Shalom, y'all. About you. Can you hear me?
Canada on Khan.
Water, please. We're gonna get started in a minute. I want to wait till this track go out right.
Canada on Khan.
Loud 12. I don't need nothing.
Got me some drink.
No, dude. I don't be needing nothing. Darash, you got your mic. We ready? Grab out the mic. Let's rock and roll, man. Let's rock and roll. Put some wheels on this deal. And roll down the hill like a wagon. Wheel.
Check.
You good?
Come on, sir.
What about you, Darash? You good? When the Akim come in, you used to have.
Come.
Give me a little bit more gang buck, y'all. White top. Yep. White top. Mm-hmm. Check. 1 2. Yeah, I like that. That way I ain't gotta scream or yell. Oh, okay. Shit the water. What it sound like. I mean, that's hope for you yet. That's hope for you yet, brother. Mm-hmm. Man, it's been everybody scared out of their mind with all these layoffs and a lot of fear that's in the earth, a lot of uncertainty, right? Yeah. It's a time for we should be and examining ourselves and saying, Lord be with me. You know what I mean? You got people dying, losing their life all over the place. All the things going on in the school system, the health system, the financial system, the education system, man. Man, this place is like a weed in the wind. Ain't that what they say? Mm-hmm. It won't be long. You see a lot of us falling for the banana in the tailpipe. You got it. I'm ready to rush. Get it. Then we'll rock and roll. All right. Take everybody in. I was trying to wait till the who that Akaska, right? No, that's Abadai one. Yeah, I think it's Abadai one. Okay.
Hey, come sir.
Oh yeah. Okay, the water priest.
You saying something, sir?
Hey, Shalom, star. What's up, priest? All right, we ready?
Whenever you are, sir.
All right, let's clap it up. Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabraka Thumb to the Akim, Yahweh Shemala Thumb Ba'Shem outside to the sisters. We at I.S.U.P.K start out the 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating under command and Jenny YAHANNA. We are not affiliated with anyone. At I.S.U.P.K, we teach the truth. What is the truth, you may ask? The truth is the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian descend from the greatest nation of people that ever walked the face of the earth. You understand? We are the true Jews of the biblical texts, the true Jews of antiquity. We're not Jewish, we are the Jew. To say you're Jewish, it means something like the ish indicating like something. You don't have to add that to Black, Hispanic, Native Indian. We that. Problem is we don't know that because of the lies that are pushed in the earth. In 2025, there's nothing more imperative than us waking up to the truth and knowing our true identity according to the Bible. You understand? The jig is up, Monk, y'all. If you've been sitting at Christian church for the last 10, 15, 20 years, you seeing that the Most High is allowing these churches to be exposed for what they really are. And what they are prisons for our people if they're really trying to find the Most High. You understand? They go into the church and they get rocked to sleep by these pastors and they lose themselves in the zeal that they would have if they had found the truth. But then again, the Lord may not want them to find it either. You understand? So those things are put in place or what have you for people who say that they want to serve the Lord, but they don't really want to serve the Lord. You understand? If you walk through those doors in I.S.U.P.K, you have a tremendous zeal. And hold on, and I have a phone call. You have a tremendous zeal to want to serve the Lord. All right. So before we get started, I want to make sure everybody cool. If we got any questions, you can put them in the chat. You know what I mean? If not, we're gonna roll on into the class. I'm preaching officer of 5,000 Zion Ya'Allah out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'll be holding on the class until Captain of 13,000, Captain Nayathaq Banyamya comes in tonight. On the screen with me, online with me, I got my brother Abadai one, and I got Officer Yermak in the building. Man, Most High Christ, nice to see you again, warrior. I gotta make sure I gotta get to work for the work that you said to me. I'm gonna get it done though. We're gonna get it done so we can rock and roll. Okay, tremendous zeal in the brothers and sisters that are in the I.S.U.P.K. So if we don't have any questions, I'm gonna start the class out by asking questions. Okay. How many of us ever read the story of Samson? And what was the broad name?
Cancer. Delilah.
Delilah. What was that story about? Anybody know? Anybody know what that story is about? Come on, Darash.
Salakia, I mean, there were a lot of lessons learned from that story. One is never give your strength to a woman.
Heavy. All right, so let's do this. Let's read a couple. I probably won't go all the way into it. We try to let Cap come in, let Cap rock and roll with it. Let's go to the book of Judges, chapter 13, verse 1.
So like I said, because can you hear me now?
Come on, I can hear you loud and clear, brother. Come on with a year, Mark.
Oh, well, no, he kind of. I was saying Slack, but I think my mic was out. I was saying that you know, Samson, he was a Nazarite. He ruled over Israel, and he was given incredible strength by the Most High, but he lost the strength, you know, when from with dealing with Delilah and the Philistines. So you know, so like,
damn right. All right, Most High in Christ. So everybody pretty much has some understanding of this of Samson and Delilah. Just want to go into a couple of verses to Cap come in. Once again, if y'all have any questions, just put them in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to them, Lord willing, which if not, we'll just hold them the Cap get in. If I be able to answer them, I answer them. If not, we'll just hold them the Cap get in, okay? All right. Come on, Daraj. Judges 13 and 1.
Oh God, it's the book of Judges, chapter 13, verse 1.
Oh, my bad. This is beautiful. Come on, you got it.
And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord.
Mm-hmm. So once again, y'all know that the Bible is about Israelites, right? Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, right? This book is littered with our history, right? Everything that we've done throughout this course of time in the biblical text is about us being the Lord's chosen people, right? It's about our rise and fall in power. Rise and fall in power. So what do we call that? That's about race, right? Race is about your ethnicity, right? What you identify as. Well, in the biblical text, it gives us our identity. So the Bible is about what? Race. The Bible is about identity, right? The Bible is about how as Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, how do we get back to serving our power to allow us to win the race, right? So do we join the oppressor's politics? The scriptures talk about how a house divided will fall. How can it stand? If we look at the plane of the political system as a whole right now, they're all over the place. You got those that want to be in the federal government. You got those that don't want to be in the federal government. You got ones that want more taxes. You have those who want less taxes. You want those that think they're Democrat. You got those that think they're Republican. Yet and still, they're deciding to rule over who? God's chosen people, right? So we talk about how do we get out of this hellhole that we live in. We got to get back to our biblical text, the thing that allows us to run the race, if I may. You understand? So we go into the story of Samson. We're going to talk about what he did and how it affected his what? His race. Ultimately, his people. And it starts off by saying what? From the very beginning, Daraj.
And the children of Israel.
And who?
And the children of Israel.
No, everybody.
And the children of Israel.
Maybe the African in there.
And the children of Israel.
What about Chinese?
The children of Israel.
What about the Japanese?
The children of Israel.
What about the European?
The children of Israel.
So now, if you're listening, if this is your first time listening to the I.S.U.P.K, we're starting out identifying who this biblical text is about. So there's no need for you to look around and try to adopt another nation into this thing. You understand? There is no need for you to try to what you call it? Assimilate it. There is no assimilation. It's at the beginning of every chapter in the Bible. It clearly defines the narrative of what's being stated in the Bible. If you don't know that, get you a good Bible, and at the beginning of most chapters and most books, it'll define like what is this chapter about? What is this book about? So if we were to start with Judges 13 and 1, read Daraj.
And the children of Israel.
And the children of Israel, come on.
Did evil again in the sight of the Lord.
So it said again, right? So when I talk about this is the rise and fall of Israel, the race, if I may, it's identifying that at some point we did lose again. We did rise and we did fall again. And we did evil against the Lord. So how do we do evil against the Lord? If you in the chat right now, I want to know from the chat, what signifies as being evil against the Lord? Come on.
So, like, if I may, sir, that term evil means to be morally bad or wicked.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it comes down to so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, our moral compass derives from the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Whenever we're in violation of God's law, statutes, and commandments, we sin. The Bible says sin is transgression of the law.
Mm-hmm.
So if Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, we broke the law somewhere. So
that's it. Give him a hand, y'all. You're Most High in Christ. If we're doing evil in the sight of the Lord, it's fairly simple. We're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. We're not following the traditions of our power. You understand? YAHANNA means what? Prince of the power. So how do you become a prince of anything? You got to follow the Father. You got to be a part of your Father. If you're not doing that, that's why we call ourselves Baptists. That's why we call ourselves Methodists, Buddhists. We call ourselves after all these things because we're not following our power. We're not following our God. When you begin to follow our God, you know what I'm saying? That's when you'll begin to call yourself Allah. But if you're not doing that, then you all over the damn place. You following whatever that makes you feel good, more or less. When you talk about religions and Christianity and song and dance and music, it's about what makes you feel good, right? But when you come into the I.S.U.P.K, we sit you down, and the Lord allows Commander General YAHANNA to establish something in the earth that is like no other place on earth, if I may. You understand? And you sit down and you learn about our wins and our losses, our rise and our fall. So that's why in this biblical text is starting out talking about how we failed again doing evil against the Lord, right? Read on, Darash.
In the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them into the hand of the Philistines.
No, wait a minute. The Lord did what?
And the Lord delivered them into the hand of the Philistines.
Now, wow, if God is all love, right, according to the Christian church, what God would do such a thing? Riddle me that. If the Most High is all about love, God is all love, it says he did what, Darash?
And the Lord delivered them into the hand of the Philistines.
How do you deliver anything? How do you deliver things, Baba Kusha?
So like I said,
come on, Yerma.
You take the thing that you delivered and give it to another people.
Come on. And with that, let me see. I see Cap in here. Let me see if all right. And with that, let's see. How this thing? Most High in Christ. And with that, y'all clap it up. All right, Captain of 13,000, Captain Nayathaq, but Yumyan is in the class. Most High in Christ, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, hey, you know,
Come on. We can hear you too, sir.
Oh, shucks. Yeah, me, right?
Come on, I can hear you loud and clear. It's a little, I see the video maybe a little slow though, sir.
Okay. Let me know.
But we can hear you loud
and moving.
Come on.
Okay. Any questions?
Come on. So I had a few questions. But if I could, I'll just limit it to maybe 2 or 3. I don't want to take the whole class like last time.
No, you're good, man.
That's like, so then it's like 20 questions. But
I mean, I'm able to answer all. Who knows?
Yeah, so I don't want to take away from everybody else. Like I could wait, but in Genesis, my question is in Genesis chapter 5.
Genesis chapter 5.
Kamakana verse 20. This should be quick, but it says Genesis chapter 5 and verse 22. And Enoch walked with God after he begot Methuselah 300 years and begot sons and daughters. I just want to know what specifically is it saying as far as Enoch walking with God? Like, is this when he was taken up, or Salaka? Is he was he just being a judge?
Just think. You hear this thing, right? When your forefathers, passed, what do they say?
So like, yeah, went out. Say
what do they say? What do they say when pertaining to that? How do black people describe that?
Oh, so like that, like he up in heaven, or he with God now, or with the angels, or whatever.
Yeah, that's it. That's basically it. You understand? It's just saying he passed. It's like saying, like we describe death as what in the Bible also too.
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
Resting with our fathers.
Yes. Or this so-and-so slept with his fathers. Does that mean he literally slept with his fathers? No, it just means he passed on. He where his father is in the grave. You understand?
Khan.
Because read the next part.
Khan, Genesis chapter 5, verse 23. Mm-hmm. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. Mm-hmm. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him.
Right. So, and also too, that walk with God means what in this context?
Is it that he obeyed God?
That's it.
Okay.
Because you walk with God, that means what? He did what the Lord said. Ain't no God. You understand? And that's why when they say he took him. So this walk, he walked with God is him doing what the Lord said to do. You understand? He followed the Lord's commandments. Right? For those days he was on this earth.
Okay, so if I could, in Genesis chapter 6 and verse 9, it's kind of goes, but it says, these are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God. So that would be the same, meaning he obeyed.
Exact, yes. Noah walked with God.
Okay.
So Noah obeyed God. Was it Noah that built the ark? Yeah, Noah built the ark. You know, it is like black people today was one of the main reasons, what you call it? They don't come into the truth. Was one of the main reasons.
Smoking weed. They don't want to stop smoking weed.
But on this topic, was one of the reasons.
So like,
come on.
They think that they're already walking with God.
That too. But okay, on Noah's part, right? What was Noah's situation? If you had to describe Noah to people, what is his situation as a
Salaki.
Situation? Meaning, if you had to describe his time on the earth, how would you describe it? Come on.
Salaki, he living through a time where he gets instructions or the knowledge that the Lord is going to end the earth, and now he needs salvation, and his salvation came from building the ark, following what God said to do, and other people didn't believe it.
Salaki. Other people what?
Other people didn't believe it. They thought that they were good.
So they just didn't believe it?
They mocked him. Like they thought that he was foolish for doing what God said to do.
You understand? Like Noah went through what? Persecution. He went through, he was literally made a laughing stock. It's like today, you go on the street and tell black people that Christ is a black man and he's coming back. What's some of these things to say? You crazy, you're waiting for a nigga with afro to come out of the sky. And they start to laugh at you. You understand? They've been laughing until what? Until now, when they actually start to see with their own eyes what we were saying, you understand? We was actually speaking the truth according to the Bible.
Concept.
Right. Now, back to my question. What was one thing that make people stay away from this truth?
It's like they believe they already saved, or they don't.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
The persecution that would take place to walk with the Lord.
That's it. Why do you think brothers leave if they have a wicked woman? You understand? They have a wicked woman, and a wicked woman, she's going to what? Persecute you for being in here. Are you with them? You with them niggas? Doing what? All right. Well, if you don't come in at this time, I'm going to leave. I'm going to call my ex. I'm going to do this. I'm going to the club. And if you're simple and you don't understand the situation, you're going to do what? You're going to put yourself before the threshold arc and be like, baby, no, you're not going. This, that, the other. And before you know it, you're all in a fight. Cops come. I mean, and she telling them to take you down. And in 2 days' time, she coming back to you and saying, you see, if you had just behaved yourself, this wouldn't have happened to you. This, that, the other. And brothers, then they are going to do what? Some brothers will do what? Will leave because they can't handle a persecution. How long was Noah building the ark for? Look it up. Look up Noah. How long Noah was building the ark for? So some of us coming to shoot for 5 years, and if Christ had come back in 5 years, that's how much years they're giving Christ to come back. After that is weed. After that is a strip club. You know what I mean? Life goes on. Come on.
It's like I said, between 50 and 100 years, man, a long time.
Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. We just read a little bit on it.
So, like, do you want the from the scripture saying it, or because I did look it up, but okay, so like it, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was about 4 scores. I'm not too kind of on the top of my head, but let's look it up because that's a good story. That's a real good story. Durham in the building tonight?
Not yet, sir.
Not yet? Okay. That's right. Zion, let's get Durham a call.
Come on, one sir.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yes. So this is a good story. A good story, excellent story to show a brother who just want to be loved. Christians, right? They don't want people to hate them. You know, it is to go tell a Christian, Christ only loved blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. Some Christians tell you what? If this God in this Bible is a hateful God, then I don't want to serve that God. You ever hear people say that before? Have you ever brothers and sisters say that before? That God of the Bible is too he is too bloody in the Old Testament. I don't want to serve that God.
Sir.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And don't talk about the Christmas and the birthdays. Oh, brother, I'm telling you, if we just say we were celebrating birthdays, you won't have space in class. You're celebrating Christmas. Come on in. Where's the tree? Well, I'll find it for me. With Noah.
So, like I said,
how long you built it for? Come on.
So, like I said, so I found when the flood waters started to appear on the earth, Noah was 600 years old, but when he got the instruction to do it, it was. I'm trying to see here. It's after my question.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was.
I'll put it here. Mm-hmm. Where was that in Genesis? What?
My question was in Genesis chapter 6, verse 9, but where it says the flood waters was
come on.
It was Genesis chapter 7 and verse 6. It says that Noah 600 years old when the flood waters were upon the earth.
Mm-hmm. What was the question you had? Mm-hmm.
Well, no, so like, so you was asking how long did it take? Like, how long was he building the ark? So I was trying to figure out if it said how old he was, before he got the instructions to build the ark, and then correlated with him being 600 years old.
It does make we can move on. And then okay, when this look for it, right? Abadan.
Salakia, sir.
Salakia.
Salakia, it said Noah preached for what, 120 years. So I don't know if we should assume that that's how long it took to build the ark, sir.
Salakia said.
Mm-hmm.
In Genesis 5:32, it says, and Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begot Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Mm-hmm. And then that goes into Genesis 6, where it says he begins to get the instructions to build the ark. So I think that's why online they kind of give it like that 100 years.
Yeah, approximation, because of course, as being Hebrews, we don't go by what exact dates, of course. All right.
Okay.
Hold on, Give me 1 minute.
It's like it's going in and out the matrix.
All right.
Yeah, kind of.
How about that one? You can hear me?
Kanza.
Am I going in and out?
Come on, you in and out the matrix, I don't want.
Okay. I wonder if. All right. Where's Zion?
So like he on the phone with Durham right now, I don't want.
Okay. Let's try and push through. All right. Go ahead and I see Hawan has a question there.
So like I said, but I did have one more in that chapter.
Come on, and then we'll go to Hawan.
Okay, so just still in Genesis chapter 6, just a refresher on when it says, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. Just refresher on what does the spirit not striving with man mean again? So like,
meaning. Okay. Just think. Okay. Look up the word strive. Look up what strive mean.
The definition of strive is to make great efforts to achieve or obtain something.
Good. What was the Lord trying to strive with man to do?
It's like what was he trying to strive with who?
With man to do. I want to say man, meaning the people who he chose. Because remember, the Bible, you could clearly see a part to where the Lord started choosing specific people. So it started with Adam, and then it went all the way to who? To Noah. And then from Noah, it went to Abraham, right? So now, knowing that, right? remember, okay, the laws, right?
Come.
When did the laws came about?
So like I said, when Adam was placed in the garden,
yes,
the laws were given to Adam.
It was already there. Adam just passed it down, right?
Come.
So in other words, Adam had the law on what? On what to eat, what not to eat. Adam had the law on what to sacrifice, what not to what not to sacrifice. Adam had the laws on marriage. That's why the Lord went and get what? A woman out his what? Family, from his rib, right? Meaning his close family. Good? Now, why did the Lord flood the earth?
For interracial marriage, sir.
He is saying, my spirit is not going to strive with man. Meaning, he's God. You understand? He's God. So who's supposed to follow who? Is God supposed to follow man, or man supposed to follow God?
We supposed to follow God.
Yes.
So like I said, so is it like he basically the Lord is basically saying, you know what? No sweat. Y'all want to keep doing this? I'm gonna just end it. Is that kind of basic?
And to be specific, what is the ending? In your question.
He's ending life on earth except for Noah and
no, pertaining to your question. Read the question one more time.
Khan. Oh, it's like Khan. The scripture is Genesis chapter 6 and verse 3, and the Lord said, "My spirit shall not always strive with man." So is that what you're asking? Like he's ending that I don't know how to put it. Like the thing where he's like,
just read on. The answer, right? Read on.
For that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years.
So now, before Noah, how much years people were living to?
800, 900, 600.
Around, right. Meaning they were around on the earth for what? A long time. The Lord say, you know what? I ain't striving with you. You understand? It's like your father telling you, yo, I'm done talking. Anything after that is going to be some type of repercussion coming. Right?
The
repercussion that comes from us striving with the Lord say, guess what? I'm going to cut your years on this earth. So now it's going to be what? 120. And it got so bad. What happened?
That what's like the interracial marriage got so bad?
Well, that too, but the striving got so bad. What happened? What did the Lord do?
He flooded the earth.
He flooded the earth, and then he did what? Go to Psalms 90 and I think 10. Go to Psalms 90 and 10. Let me see if that's it. Psalms 90 verse 10. Start there for me.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 90, in verse 10. The days of our years are three score years and 10.
So wait, you know how much is 3 score years?
300, sir.
Score is 20.
It's 60, sir.
60, it's like it.
And what? And
10.
So it's 60 plus 10.
70.
Read on.
And if by reason of strength they be 4 years, yet is their strength labor and sorrow.
You understand what he's saying there?
Kind of what say.
So remember, he just said what? He's gonna cut it to 120. But now you're reading where he said what? You're lucky to even make it a what?
70.
Yeah, the Lord had to be with you to make it a 70. And if you make it to 4 scores, which is what?
80.
80, brother, there's going to be some pills. There's going to be some doctor's appointment. It's going to be It's gonna be hell. You understand? It's gonna be hell. Remember, come on.
So like, my pops used to say, it's good to get old, but it's hell when you get there.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Because now you're gonna have to get them, you know what I mean, them adult what? Adult what?
Blue
Yeah.
pill.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're lucky enough to have your kids around you to help wash your eye. Some of these, you know what I mean, some of these Hamites had to be, you know what I mean, taking care of our loved ones, and it's bad. It's real bad. You understand? So read that one more time.
Khan, there's a book of Psalms, chapter 90, verse 10. The days of our years are 60 years and 10. And if by reason of strength they be 80 years, yet is their strength labor and sorrow. For it is soon cut off, and we fly. For it is soon cut off, and we fly away.
You understand? The Lord shortened it even more. You understand? Like we ain't supposed to be dying from these diseases, but we dying from these diseases and these ailments. Why? Because we pissing the Lord off. And he ain't going to strive with you. He ain't going, you know, it's like, I know you all see this. How many of you, well, I know you all will understand this. You have a woman, a hard-headed woman, hard-headed as can be. And you are trying to do what? You're trying to show her, yo, sis, these ways should wear. You shouldn't go here. You shouldn't go there. You are doing what? You are striving with her spirit. And that's the spirit of what? That's America that's in her. You are striving with her. You understand? To the point now where you say, you know what? Ain't no sweat. Let the world teach you. You understand? And now the world teach you a lesson. And once the world teach you a lesson, I mean, I can't teach you a lesson, the world gonna teach you. You understand? The most I could do is try to curb you from going down that path, but I can't stop it. You understand? The Lord is like that. The Lord is trying to what? Stop you from going down that road. And what's down that road? Remember to say what? Wide is the gate that lead to what?
Destruction.
To destruction. The Lord trying to make you get on that what? That narrow path. You understand? One way in. Ain't no what? Ain't no different pathways. One way in. You understand? Ain't this group, that group. One way in. UPK, one west. One way in. You understand? Down that narrow pathway. And that narrow pathway is what? You watching what the hell you say, what the hell you eat, who the hell you sleep with. You understand? You watching how you conduct yourself according to this Bible. And the only place you're going to learn to get on that one path is in one west. And it's in UPK. You understand? Anywhere else, it's wide. It's wide. You could go into these other groups and they're going to say what about the UPK? What do these other groups say about the UPK? What are some of the things they say?
They say that our doctrine is off.
No, besides, okay, they say the doctrine is off, but it's the same doctrine they're trying to teach. So it has to do with doctrine. It has to do, you all are too what? Militant.
Yeah,
right? And that word militant is what? Code for what?
Discipline.
It's code for what? I can't smoke no weed. I can't pop no hoe. You understand? I can't go to the strip club. You understand? That's what your two militant is about. Because they know once you come in here, you can't be hiding, you know what I mean, in your wife's room, putting on her panties. You understand? You can't do that. You understand? You can't be, you know what I mean, in the strip club with your mitre on and you know what I mean, shaking dollars. Can't do that. You understand? You can't come in here and act what? What? You can act. Mic check.
So like I said, I had just started going out again.
Yeah, but you are going in and out. But I'm asking, what you cannot come in here and as a male and do? You can't act how?
Effeminate.
Yeah, you can't come in here and act effeminate. You can't come here and, you know what I mean, your chest and your wrists, you know what I mean, bent up. No. We put a brace on that on that hand until you keep it like this. Ain't nothing like this. Put a brace right here. And the hand, close that fist. You understand? Right? And we get that from where? The Bible. The Bible tells you what? No effeminate shall make it into what? The kingdom of what? Heaven. None. You understand? So guess what? We too militant. Negro, you're too sassy. You understand? You're too zesty. You understand? These women, they can't come in here. Why? Because we too what? What's the word they use? We too what?
Too masculine, sir. Toxic.
They want the masculinity, but it's another word they use. I mean, it's like you speaking about the Jewish people. What's the code they use? You're speaking about them. You're speaking about crimes they committed. What do they say?
I'm not sure.
Okay, when Kyrie Irving made the statement about Hebrews to Negroes and Negroes to Hebrews, what did they say?
Salak Yadawan.
Come on.
They said that he was anti-Semitic. He was making anti-Semitic, hateful comments.
Yeah, that's a code. That's code for what? To them to start ringing the bell that we have to what? Stop this. They know Hebrew to no Negro. You understand? Right? No. Women, they say the brothers in I.S.U.P.K are to what?
Rough, sir. Oh, it's like
nah, that woman. Come on,
yes, sir.
You always hear. Yeah, I mean, brothers by talking construction workers. I mean, women. You know what I mean, kind of rough. You know what I mean?
So like, yes, sir.
Come on.
Strict.
Strict. I'll take the word they use that women do not like.
Salakia, sir.
You are too controlling. You ever hear that before?
Khan.
You're too controlling. You want to control where I go, what I wear, what I do. You want to control everything. That's the excuse. You understand?
Salakia Yadawan.
Come on.
Salakia. So you know that song, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, right?
Yeah.
Someone tell my rib that I was too serious. I was too serious. True. Salakia. That's what they say about U.P.K, about serving the Lord. We're too serious about those things. Salakia.
Yes. And when that C word come out is like, you know what I mean? It's, you know what I mean? You ever see the red light flash and and then afterwards start coming what? You're too rough, you're too this. No. You just want to do whatever you want to do. Ain't nobody controlling nobody in here. Just like I follow the Bible, my woman wants to what? Follow what? The Bible too. Ain't nobody forcing nobody in here. Ain't nobody forcing nobody in here. You understand? But you, SLUT, are spelling like that on purpose. You don't want to be controlled. You don't want to follow the Bible. So go ahead. Who cares? Go ahead. This world gonna teach you a good lesson. I forget where Paul said it. When he said let them go back and let the world teach you a lesson. Right? I think that is it on that. But anymore, I think Hawan had a question.
Okay, his question was in Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise,
mm-hmm.
and garments rolled in blood."
And what?
And garments rolled in blood.
Mm-hmm.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Mm-hmm. Read 2 verses above it. Let me see if I can remember it.
Come on, sir. Verse 3, "Thou hast multiplied the nation and not increased the joy.
Mm-hmm.
They joy before thee according to the joy in harvest, and as men rejoice when they divide the spoil." Verse 4, "For thou hast broken the yoke of his burden, and the staff of his shoulder, the rod of his oppressor, as in the day of Midian."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then verse 5 goes, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood."
Okay. Okay. What is the exact question on this 5? He just wants it broken down.
Sir.
Okay. So read that first part again.
For verse 5, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise."
What is that? What is that talking about?
So like I said,
mm-hmm.
It's just talking about war. It's just talking about being on the battlefield. It's swords swinging, it's people dying, men screaming,
mm-hmm.
bombs dropping. It's all kinds of things that's happening in the midst of battle, in this battle.
Yes. And it seems what confusing because it's what instructions coming. That's why you all in Hebrew Academy learn to train your mind to what? To listen to that that voice, to that command. You understand? You just can't just pull somebody from out the bed. You understand? Who never trained before and then throw them in a war. You understand? They won't know how to deal with that that confused noise. Read on.
And garments rolled in blood.
Meaning what? There's a lot of unaliving taking place. A lot of blood. You know what I mean? A lot of people dying in these wars. Right? And especially in the Bible. I remember, I think with Gideon, he went with what? Forget how much men he went with. And
300.
Other people, 300. And the other heathens, they had thousands. You understand? And before you know it, they were unaliving each other. Right? Read on.
Come. "But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire."
Right. But this shall be. What shall be? Read on.
So with burning and fuel of fire.
Right, but burning and fuel of what? Fire. So now read on.
Come. Verse 6, For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, And the government shall. Salaki, sir.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, so keep going, Salaki.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Come. And the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name.
Go ahead.
Oh, Salaki, sir. And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Why is this? Why is it saying that?
So like I said,
mm-hmm.
Because when Christ comes back, the battle that frees us from this bondage is it's going to be they just going to burn in thermonuclear warfare. It's going to be the lake of fire, and when he's ruling,
yes, and it's also no. Go ahead.
Salaki,
go ahead.
Oh, so like I was just saying, and when he's ruling, I mean, the new kingdom will be here, and when he's ruling, these are the titles that he'll have, which is Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. These are just the titles that he'll have.
Yeah, tell you why say the government gonna have to be on the show to carry it. He's gonna have to carry them because him did what? He had to what? Give it life so that me and you have a second chance. So we could have a second chance at this. You understand? Right? I hope he good. It's Hawan, right? Hawan, just type in. If you still need anything, break down in it. Right. All right. Anything else?
So like I said, could I get one more?
Yeah, come on.
Come on, sir. So like I'll yield with this one. But it's in Genesis chapter 9 and verse 5. The breakdown it says, but surely your blood of your lives will I require. At the hand of every beast will I require it, and at the hand of man, and it's like at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man. Is is this just saying?
Go ahead.
It's just saying like if you take a life, then your life has to be taken to repay the crime that you've committed.
Yes, when you put it like that, yes. That's why give it in Hebrews.
Okay.
Where it say there's no remission of sin except with blood. Right? Okay. So read it one more time. Start continue in 6.
Okay. Verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed.
Yes. So this is what you call what? What would you call this today?
Judgment, sir.
Yeah, I'll take that, but the action that is being what?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Would that be considered like an eye for an eye?
Or self-defense?
Okay, it's saying what? Read it one more time.
Come. Genesis 9 and verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God made he man. Come.
So like, sir, would that be justice?
That okay. Okay. The Blood for blood, yes. But what action is being committed here?
Murder, sir?
For you to, huh?
Is murder what you're looking for?
Yes. That's exactly what it is. You take a man's life, right? Then guess what? Your life gonna have to be taken too. That's what it's saying. You understand?
Come.
Right? Thou shalt not what?
Murder.
Yeah. You understand? Or else, what the Lord is laying down here is what? A law that if you unalive a man for no reason, guess what? Your blood gonna have to be taken by man. All right? And it's not just saying by any man. Of course, the process was the process in Israel.
They would have to go before the council, or the elder Salakia would set that judgment.
Yes, the priest. Yes.
The priest, right.
You just can't say, well, I'm gonna take it into my own hands. No. You understand?
The law
can't do that. Yes. But it's you know what I mean, it's a government. You understand? The Lord set up. You understand? With the priests, you gotta go for the priest heard, and they make what? The judgment on it. If you're found guilty, guess what? You're gonna be what? Stoned, depending on the judgment. You understand? Until you die. If it's what? If you got caught what? Murdering. And it was so bad. There's a part in there. You remember when where it says where if somebody die in a city, what has to happen?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
You have to go to a sanctuary city outside of the city that it happened in.
No, okay. That's if you if you unalive somebody.
Yes,
right?
sir. Come on.
If you unalive somebody and by accident, you have the right to what? To get to a sanctuary city. But once you get a sanctuary city, there still has to be a what?
A council, sir?
A trial, basically.
Trial.
And how did we do that trial? Let me see if I get it for you. Right? There's a trial you have to go through. Look up for me where it says in the Bible where you have to come and wash your hand, like where they call you have everybody from the city had to come out. Everybody. And if one man was missing, if somebody was missing from there, right? Then the blame will be on him. And the judgment will fall on him. Anybody find it for me?
Salaki, I think it's in Deuteronomy 21. Let me double check if I'm reading it right. I think it's 21:6. Let me see here. I'll start higher up. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21. And I'll start at verse 1. You can stop me, Cap. Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 1. If one be found slain in the land, which the Most High thy power giveth thee to possess it, lying in the field, and it be not known who have slain him, then the elders and thy judges shall come forth, and they shall measure unto the cities which are round about him that is slain.
Which means what? Which means what? Everybody had a what? Yes, there's an inquisition. There's an investigation going on. Everybody had to come. What? Come. Read on.
Verse 3. And it shall be that the city which is next unto the slain man, even the elders of that city shall take an heifer which hath not been wrought with, and which have not drawn in the yoke. Verse 4. And the
Meaning
elders
what?
of that
This is your best heifer. You understand? Your best. Read on.
Verse 4. And the elders of that city shall bring down the heifer unto a rough valley, which is neither eared nor sown, and shall strike off the heifer's neck there in the valley.
Read on.
Verse 5. And the priest, the sons of Levi, shall come near. For them the Most High Power have chosen to minister unto him, and to bless in the name of the Most High, and by their word shall every controversy and every stroke be tried.
That's why when you go into a council, whatever that judgment, it comes from
the Most High.
The Most High, sir.
Yeah. Yes. You better believe that. You know what I mean? Some of us be so simple to be like, well, I don't think he hear my side. Well, it was just in the council, right? It was just in there.
Right.
Oh, because they didn't sway your way. Now you want to cry. You understand? Now you want to cry. Ain't no crying involved. You're going to take that joy because judgment comes from the Lord. And because the judgment comes from the Lord, guess what? If you're what? If you're right, guess what's going to happen? The Lord going to show it. He's going to show it. You understand? Now read on. And this is how serious we took these things. Read on.
Wakanda, Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21 and verse 6. And all the elders of that city that are next unto the slain man shall wash their hands over the heifer that is beheaded in the valley. And they shall answer and say, our hands have not shed this blood, neither have our eyes seen it.
And that's how it was back in them days, right? In them days, what was precious?
The cattle, sir.
Hell no. The cattle was precious. Then guess what? The Lord, I tell you, bring a rat or something and just, I mean, slit the rat throat, right?
Right.
What was precious?
Life was precious.
Right. The brothers.
Yes. Yes. Brothers. And that's how serious we took it. Where we come and wash we hand and say, yo, I had nothing to do with this. We had nothing to do with this in this city. We don't harbor what?
Murderers.
We don't harbor what? You correct?
Sinners. Huh?
Sinners. We don't. You commit a crime in here, brother. Oh boy. You do something evil in here, we don't harbor you. We don't. You understand? You get in what? Kicked out. We don't harbor sinners. You understand? Right? Read on.
Verse 7. And they shall answer and say, our hands have not shed this blood, neither have our eyes seen it.
Right. Neither what? Nobody witnessed it. I didn't see this. You understand? I didn't see this. I never saw this happen. Right? Read on.
Verse 8. Be merciful, O Lord, unto thy people Israel, whom thou hast redeemed, and lay not innocent blood unto thy people of Israel's charge, and the blood shall be forgiven them.
Right. No, if they are found, what happened? What happened if they're found? Or if a man doesn't come out? Just read a little more. But let me see. What's it? That's which. Anybody else? Come on.
Slayer, you had went out again, sir.
No, I was asking if that was it with your questions.
Oh, there was one more. Officer Hawan had one more.
Okay, come on.
He had a question in Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 1.
Isaiah 63.
Come.
Go
It
ahead.
says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? That this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Isaiah what, 63?
Come.
And what?
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Okay, what's this question on this?
He said, can you just get a breakdown of this? Isaiah 63 and 1.
I might have to get it for you next week. I can't say it over the top of my head. All right, I don't want to be wrong. All right. Any more?
So there's no more questions in the chat. I don't know if there's anything in the rooms.
Okay. Then go to I think it's 2 Samuel 11:3. Right. Zion, Durham, okay?
Salaki la, sir.
Internet is you?
Con.
Okay.
Like so.
Come on.
2 Samuel 11:3.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's like I don't know if there's any troopers in the rooms.
Darash, you want to take it?
Book of 2 Samuel, chapter 11, verse 3. And David sent and inquired after the woman. And one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite?
Uriah, right? I'm not zoning in on Uriah. Not so much this evil that David did. Uriah, right? Skip me down to I think 13. Right? In 2 Samuel, right?
Kawakan. Book of 2 Samuel, chapter 11, verse 13. And when David had called him, he did eat and drink before him.
Skip me up to verse. Read from verse 11. Let's start at 11.
Kawakan. Verse 11.
No, hold on. No. Let's go all the way back up. 7. Verse 7.
Kawakan. Verse 7. And when Uriah was come unto him, David demanded of him how Joab did, and how the people did, and how the war prospered.
Read on.
Verse 8. And David said to Uriah, go down to thy house and wash thy feet. And Uriah departed out of the king's house, and there followed him a mess of meat from the king.
Right. So Uriah, what vibe again from Uriah right now? What vibe again from this brother right now? So remember, he was fighting a war, and David sent for him, right? Because David done what? Slept with his woman, right? And got her pregnant. And David was trying to what? Hide his sin and sent for this brother, right? And this brother came. Right? Read on.
Verse 9. But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants.
Hold on. I thought what David tell him to do?
To go home, sir.
Yeah. David told his brother to what? Go home. Go home to your woman. And he sent what? Meat after him. Meaning what? David sent meat to his what? To his house. The king's food to his house. But where was this brother?
With his brothers in the field.
What did it say?
He stayed at the king's house. He stayed there at the doors, at the doorstep.
He stayed there. Where the vibe again from this brother?
So like I said, is it that he witty, like that he kind of smart, or he know what's going on, or disobedience, like?
Salaki, sir. He put his own needs to the side to be loyal to I guess to the brothers he was with, to his brothers, versus going home, you know what I'm saying, to his rib. He put his brothers that was in the condition that he was in first.
Okay, remember, when you say the condition he was in, like, remember, where did this brother come from?
He came from battle.
He came from battle. Normally, when brothers come from battle, what's the first thing they run to?
Their woman. Their woman.
Or their family.
Family.
Right? They run to their family. If they have kids, they run where? They're going home hard. As soon as that plane hit the tarmac, all they're thinking about is, I just made it back home in one piece, and I'm going where? I'm going home to mama. I'm going home to my son or my daughter. I'm going home to my family. This brother mine was where?
With his brothers.
Where was this brother mine?
So, like, sir, his mind was still on the battlefield.
His mind was still about doing what? Serving King David. You understand?
Con.
This brother here is a what?
A soldier.
That's a effing soldier. That's a soldier. That's something a woman will never understand. She will never understand the love brothers have for each other. You understand? There was that is something, boy, you have to be doing it to understand it. Uriah was a soldier. Uriah wasn't thinking about this woman. You could imagine how bad his woman was, Ark. King David, what? Just look out his window, and from a distance was like, yo, who the hell is that? Tell her come. And because he's king, you understand? She had to what? Come. And King David was not supposed to do that. You understand? And King David knew he had a loyal soldier. You understand? He put what? He put his people before what? His pleasure.
So,
you understand? Before his flesh. You understand? Right? Read on.
Verse 9. But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants of his lord, and went not down.
He did what? He didn't go home. Why? Because all in his mind, as Nayathaq said, his mind is on what? He just left his brothers where? On the battlefield. I ain't going home to enjoy nothing. My brother's on the battlefield. You understand? If you one of them who want to hug up, be hug up tight with mama, while brothers in the street. You might check yourself. While your brothers on the front line, what are you doing? What are you doing? You understand? Raya, mine was there. Read on.
And went not down to his house.
He ain't going to his house.
Verse 10. And when they had told David, saying, Uriah went not down unto his house, David said unto Uriah, camest thou not from thy journey? Why then?
Read on.
Why then didst thou not go down unto thine house?
But David now asking them, yo, you didn't just come from a journey, you didn't just come from war? Why ain't go home? Read on.
Verse 11. And Uriah said unto David, the ark and Israel and Judah abide in tents, and my lord Joab and the servants of my lord are encamped in the open fields. Shall I then go into mine house to eat and to drink and to lie with my wife?
Stone cold. That's a stone cold soul there. You understand? What is he saying? If you had to summarize, what is he saying? Come on.
He's saying my brothers are still suffering, so I'm gonna suffer with them. Well, I'm not gonna go get pleasure while they suffering, you know.
While they're fighting. And he said what? The Ark of the Covenant is in a what? A tent ark. And the Ark of the Covenant need a what? Remember what King David had to do. King David told Solomon his hands was what? Too bloody to what? Build the temple. You understand? So that Ark of the Covenant could sit in there. But right now, the Ark of the Covenant is in a tent. Just think one of the most valuable items is in a tent. He's like, I can't go sleep? With who? No, I can't do that. Read on.
11. As thou livest, and as thy soul liveth, I will not do this thing. Verse 12. And David said,
what's that thing? I will not do this thing.
Like I said. Go have sex with his wife.
I'm not going to do that thing. I'm not going to get pleasure while my brother's on the front line, while the Ark of the Covenant is in a tent, and I'm going to get pleasure. No, I can't do this thing. Read on.
Verse 12. And David said to Uriah, tarry here today also, and tomorrow I will let thee depart. So Uriah abode in Jerusalem that day and the morrow. Verse 13. And when David had called him, he did eat and drink before him, and he made him drunk. And at even he went out to lie on his bed with the servants of his Lord, but went not down to his house.
What is King David plotting and trying to do with his brother? Trying to get him to do what?
Get drunk.
Yeah, but what's the purpose of him getting drunk?
Salakia, so go home. Salakia, go ahead. Sir.
Yeah, he trying to make this man what? Go home. Man, go home and get something, man. This brother is like, I'm gonna drink and I'm gonna get drunk, and he's gonna stay right there with what? The servants. And I just show how we roll. Like, he not to go home. You know what I mean? You with a brother, you know what I mean? You get so close with a brother who, you know what I mean, you come in with, where sometimes you go by them and basically you do what? You will start chopping it up to the point where I was what? He ain't go home. Yeah, and he right there chilling with you. But this brother, he drink that liquor, King David gave him, and what? He stayed right there. Read on.
Verse 14. And it came to pass in the morning that David wrote a letter to Joab and sent it by the hand of Uriah. Verse 15. And he wrote in the letter, saying, set ye Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle, and retire ye from him, that he may be smitten and die.
And what?
That he may be smitten. That he may be smitten and die.
And he what? And what did Uriah do? Did Uriah stand on?
He followed that order, and he went to the front line.
He to that front line, and he. Did Uriah live?
Not us, sir.
He didn't. He died. He died at what? A soldier. You understand? He died loyal to what? The cause. You understand? One west till what? Till you bury me.
God.
One west. You understand? This brother means, come on.
So if I could, Sister Salaki, I did have a question on this topic. And I hate to even ask a question because I get exactly where you're going with it, brother being a soldier and all. But when it comes to like Joab, what was that kind of unbrotherly, or was he showing the same, you know, soldier mindset when he reading the message that's pretty much saying, hey, your homeboy, but you about to send him to go get killed, and he just did it. You know, was that like, should he have said, you know, Salakia to that, or is that still like the spirit of that's what it is, you know? That's it.
Okay, you asked Joab should have just said La'ah.
Yeah, like I mean, not the king. I mean, not like a. It's like I know because like I get it when it's like it's war, but should he have said, you know, Salakia, like, you know, this got to go to council. I'm not sending him to purposefully die, because I guess like if I could is like if I feel like if the message would have said you put him on the front line, even that sound kind of crazy, but I think if the message says so that he can die, I see it like kind of like I feel like if I was in that position, I don't want to say me, you know, it's like it.
Okay, you looking at it from the position of the person that knows what. What do you know? Huh?
That he's gonna die.
No. Meaning this. Okay, remember Sodom and Gomorrah, right?
So like,
Go ahead, son.
it's like we looking at it from the position of like we know what happened, we know why he did it. You know what I'm saying? We know the sin that went into that decision being made.
Right.
As far as him sleeping with his wife.
Yes, we know the facts to what leading up to this, right? It's much less like remember Sodom and Gomorrah?
Come on.
The two men, right? That was Lot's house. Who were they?
They were angels, sir.
They were angels. Did Lot know they were angels?
Lot.
Lot didn't know there was angels, but we know it based on what? The story. All right. So Joab, right? He knew something was up, right? Based on the fact that David sent for this man specifically, right? And I think he said it. I think he said it in verse. Where you at? Where's that part with Joab? I think Joab knew he knew something wasn't right. Right? I can't remember off the top of my head right now where it is. But Joab, right? Read verse 25.
Khan, verse 25. Then David said unto the messenger, thus shalt thou say unto Joab, let not this thing displease thee.
You understand now, right? Joab, what? Joab was what? Anybody? Joab was what? Come on.
Salakia, was he the messenger?
No, Joab wasn't the messenger.
Salakia, sir. So Joab, like he was the I like the general, but he was like in charge of the army.
Still like you, sir.
Yes, but okay, but come on.
Well, wasn't Joab the high priest at the time?
No. He was I think a captain over the military.
Come on.
Right.
Oh yeah, he was captain. Come on, he was captain.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, Joab. Okay, I don't want to give it right there. Read verse 25 one more time.
Khan, it's the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 11, verse 25. Then David said unto the messenger, thus shalt thou say unto Joab, let not this thing displease thee. For the sword.
What is he saying? Why is he saying don't let thing displease thee?
So like was it because they were friends and he had to pretty much set his friend to go die?
Okay, don't think so much your friend. Okay, just think you at war, like today, right, with I.S.U.K, right? He calls it what's the name to call it? What's the name to call it? Koala Zion in I.S.U.K's military. I think they call it fodder.
Doing fratricide?
Huh?
You talking when you talking about the relationships between soldiers, or when you send someone to die, or friendly?
Yeah, it's like you sending men, and if you send 100, 2 might make it out. Is it what is it? Like you're in a meat grinder.
It's like fratricide.
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they like to use the word cannon fodder.
Yeah, I think it's something like cannon or fodder or something.
Cannon fodder.
Yeah, cannon fodder or something like that they use. Look up that number the 32.
It's like the boss got it right there. Cannon fodder.
Who has it?
Boz said it in the chat, sir.
Yeah. You understand? Esau will send you into war knowing what? Only two of you all might make it up, but this, you understand? It's like that war in Ukraine. Like they know the Ukrainians could not beat the Russians. They knew it. You understand? But Joab was saying what? That these men on the wall just what? Shooting arrows and kill and unaliving your servants. Meaning what? Joab what?
He felt.
He cared for the men. He cared for the men under him. He cared for them. That's why David sent the messenger to say what? Why would you come on?
Don't let this displease you.
You don't let this displease you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? If a man sending a letter starting off, don't let this displease you. Meaning what? You are what? You are displeased by that order you got to send a man to his death. A man that you love, a man that you saw what? Fight. Fight. That's why in here, each one of you with these ranks have a what? Responsibility for a man below you or for men below you. You have a responsibility for them. You give them bad counsel. What happened? What hurts? You understand? They get hurt. You understand? And it ain't gonna sit well with Ghana. You understand? You can imagine your school need some funds. Let's get some ski masks. Oh boy, come on. You understand? Like that's bad what? That's bad counseling. That's bad. And it's going to lead you either what? In jail or in the grave. You understand? But Joab got an order to send Uriah. You think, okay, you think if we're reading about his loyalty, you think Joab ain't seen that this is a soldier? And you're sending one of my best men to where? To the front line? Where you know he gonna die. And remember David tell him to put this man where? In the heat of the battle. In the heat of it. You understand? And Joab is just what? Following his orders. That's why in war, when a soldier commits a crime, who gets charged for it?
The superior officer, isn't it?
Yes. Why? Because this soldier is only doing what was what?
Ordered?
Yes.
So
this
like
soldier
said,
is doing what he was ordered to do. Come on.
When it says and retire ye from him, was that saying like they gonna like purposefully leave him to die? Like they knew they would put him out there and then backing off from battle to leave him alone to get killed.
Yes. Like he purposely put this man there to die. Now, remember, we read in the story, we know Joab could only what? Speculate that David want this man dead for what? A reason. But he does not know the reason. You understand? Because where Joab is on the front line too.
So like yes, sir.
Come on.
But even side note, Esau's military, you can't use that as an excuse. Like if you were to tell me, go kill this, Taliban guy here, and this Taliban guy is within ROE, and I kill him, I'm still held accountable according to UCMJ. But during these
you'll still be held accountable for it. Nonetheless, the the pressure is going to come down on the man that give you the order.
Okay.
That's why them was another thing to do that what is it the racketeering?
Rico?
Yeah, what's that Rico?
What do you mean, sir? You talking like as far as following the order of a
meaning Rico is charged for either in a kingpin. You organize in mind. I think what is it short for?
Yeah, racketeer.
Yeah, you said racketeer. I think you're right about that. Racketeering.
Racketeering and the I and COO. I think it's an acronym or something, right? Good. That's why those the drug dealer, the kingpin, he gets what?
Most time.
Yeah, he get the most time. He get the most time. Sometimes these kingpin ain't what? Pull a trigger, ain't do nothing. But they get charged with what?
Murder.
So it's Racketeering, Influenced, and Corrupt Organization Act.
Yes. You're gonna get charged for that. You may not be at the crime scene, but you at the crime scene. You understand? Because you the one make the call and say, yo, you gotta go. You understand? Now the person who commit the crime, oh, he gonna do some time too. But the person who gave the order, once they can link it back to organization, oh, you're gonna get hit. You're gonna get the book thrown at you. Unless you squeal. You understand? All right. Well, Joab knew it, but he still what? Followed the order. And in the end, what happened to Joab in the end?
Didn't he get killed?
Yeah.
He got killed anyway.
Yeah. David said, yeah, I mean, before, as soon as asleep, he had to go too. He told Solomon that. And that's because of what he did to Abner.
That's right.
Abner came and made peace with Israel. You understand? And them type of grimy behavior, those things, you know what I mean, don't go well in Israel. You know what I mean? It does not. All right? And any more questions?
Colonel Khan, so there were
come on,
a couple more.
Come on.
First one is from Officer Nayathaq. It says, Salaki, sir, if I could, can I get a breakdown on Nahum chapter 2 and verse 3? What's the fir tree is referring to?
What Nahum?
Colonel Khan, chapter 2 and verse 3.
Remember. Hold on, let me get that one. Nahum. I'm how to get that one for him. All right. Nahum. Chapter what?
Chapter 2 and verse 3.
Okay. I'm gonna get that for him. Next.
Okay. This next question from Officer Kudum. Shalom in Christ, Salakia, Adawan, if I may, can I get a breakdown on 1 Corinthians 5 and verses 6 through 8?
Okay, let's see.
Come on.
1 Corinthians, the Raj.
Khan. We're gonna start in the book of Nahum.
No, 1 Corinthians.
Khan.
1 Corinthians what?
5 verses 6 through
8. Come on.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 5, starting at verse 6. Your glorying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump?
All right. What is a question being asked here, right?
Okay.
Right. And he's saying, know ye not that what? That what? That a little what?
Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump?
Right. Meaning what?
Salaki, sir. That a little bit They were dealing with fornication at the time, but a little bit of like when you're baking bread, if you have a little, even just a tad bit of leaven in it, it ruins the whole thing.
Yes. So that's what he's saying. It's right. Okay. It's going to be what? In the bread. It's going to be there. Right? Read on.
Verse 7. Purge out, therefore, the old leaven.
So he's using this to do what? To tell you what? That you're going to have to what? That one thing you want to hold on to. You know, these Christians like to hold on to what? God loves everybody. That's not something to be gloried in. You understand? You want to hold on to that one thing. You understand? You want to fight to smoke weed. When I say fight, meaning you're trying to bring scripture verses to smoke weed. That's going to what? Destroy the whole what? Lump, the whole bread. Read on.
That ye may be a new lump.
That ye may be what?
That ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened.
So meaning what? He's trying to tell them that what? That old man has to what?
He got to get put away, sir.
Yeah. It has to get put away. Right? It has to what? Get put away. You understand? And the whole thing is that leaven is going to make what? A little bit of leaven is going to make what to the bread? Make it what? Rise. That little thing. You understand? But he's saying what? You have to get that out. Right? You got to get all of that out. Right? Read on.
For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us.
Right. And he's using this for what? He uses it as a precept to do what? What you do around Passover. You do what? You get what? All the leavening out your house. All. You can't what? You can't say, you know what? I'm gonna put a little bit of leaven in it. Not that much. Little. He's saying a little bit will what? Will be in all of it. Right? And now he's trying to explain to you what he's trying to explain to you in this part here. Read it again, the Rosh.
Khan.
Read that verse again.
Purge out, therefore, the old leaven, that you may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened.
Right. Right? Just like that, unleavened, you have to what? Get that leaven out for it to be what? On bread. Right? Use the 4. Read on.
Verse 8. Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with leaven of malice and wickedness.
Right.
But
he's telling you, go ahead, finish it.
But with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
Right. So he's telling you, you have to get rid of simply what? Sin. Get rid of it. Get rid of it and become somebody what? Brand new. And he's using what? Leaven and bread to show you with the whole concept of what? Passover. That you're going to have to become somebody brand new without leaven.
Come. So like I said.
Come on.
Officer Kodum said, an Old Testament only was saying that they're pulling this scripture to say that we eat Christ for the Passover.
We eat what?
They're saying that we eat Christ. I think the Rosh Salaki, but I think you skipped the part in verse 7. Where it
Read
says,
verse 7.
Yeah, Salaki.
Go ahead and read verse 7.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 7. Purge out, therefore, the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us.
Yeah, so like I said, I think that,
that's the part right there. I see what you're saying. Yeah, he's a fool, right? He is, you know what I mean? He's reading the Bible like who? Who reads the Bible like that? The oppressor. Right? The oppressor. And why I say that? Because the oppressor went and made a religion called that Roman Catholic religion, where what? They have a wafer and they just say a prayer over it and they say what? This is what? The body of Christ.
Come.
And you ask a Christian, when that happened, is this the body of Christ? They're going to say what? Yes, this is the body of Christ. I'm eating it. Where do they get it from? Where do they get it from?
It's like I said. When
No.
When John's men, when they were confused when Christ said, drink of my blood and eat of my flesh.
Yes. And now they think it means what?
To literally drink his blood and literally eat his flesh.
Yes. So now, what is symbolic for the blood?
The wine.
Yeah, you just want to drink. And what's symbolic for his body?
That
some
light
wafer.
bread.
Yeah, some wafer. You understand? Right? Now, what is this thing right here? Read verse one more time.
Verse 7. Purge out, therefore, the old leaven, that ye may be.
Meaning purge that old man out. Read on.
That ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened.
Right. To be a new man. Read on.
For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us.
Right. Even Christ was what?
For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us.
What does that say? What does that mean?
So like I said,
come on.
It's saying that Christ died for our sins so that we could be new.
Yes, so that we have a second chance. Because that fool don't even understand that if Christ didn't die, was now a Passover, then die for us, what would have to happen? We will have to die for celebrating Christmas. We will have to die for what? Just sinning on the whole. We will have to die. So now he thinks he's eating Christ when he eats unleavened bread. What a fool. You're just eating unleavened bread. That's all you're eating. And you have to do it based off of what? Why do we eat unleavened bread?
Based off of the scripture, sir.
Yes.
Based off,
the Lord the Lord tell us how to celebrate the Passover. And we are doing it to remember how the Lord took us out of Egypt. And remember, they had to be what? When we were in Egypt, what we had upon every doorpost?
The lamb's blood, sir.
Yes. And remember, Christ is that lamb that was what?
Sacrifice.
Yes. Yes. So just like that lamb was sacrificed, that lamb did what? That lamb's blood did what?
Saved us, sir.
Saved us. Just like who saved us?
Yahweh.
Yes. Christ. That's right. Just like he saved us from getting what? Unalive by the Lord for us committing sins. Get out in the Hebrews for me. I think I'd ask for that. There's no remission of sin.
Like it says, Hebrews 10 and 26.
Go ahead. The Rash.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you get.
Hebrews 10 and verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
But if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth,
mm-hmm.
there remaineth
so
no more.
So hold on. That's after it done become what? The lump, that leaven done leave you, and it became what? A brand new lump.
Come.
Right? Became a brand new lump. It became a brand new person. But guess what? You went and did what? Put that leaven back in here. Read on.
Come. There remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
No more sacrifice for sin. Meaning what? Simply meaning what?
So like,
mm-hmm.
now you gonna pay for what you done.
Yes, Christ didn't die so you could go sleep with a brother or woman. Now you're gonna have to pay for that. You understand?
Okay.
Right? You can't. Now you're gonna pay for leaving. Christ didn't die for that. Read on.
Okay, verse 27. But a certain fearful looking of judgment and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but that part we talk about remission and sin. You pass that part already.
Believe about this, like I said.
This is 16.
Right. Like I said, is it verse 10 and 18? I mean, Slagger, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
Where it says, now where remission of these, Slagger, now where remission of these is, there is no more offering for sin.
Mm-hmm. That's it? Okay. All right. And any more questions? If not, just hold it for next week, please. If you have any more, and we'll get into it. But I have those two for Hawan and Nayathaq. I got you all. Isaiah and Nahum. All right. And with that, I'm gonna pass it over. 1 minute. Hold on. 1 minute. Okay, with that, I'm gonna pass the class of the priest and order the Rashomon.
All right, and we're going to render one courtesy salute to Captain 13,000 Nayathaq, Madam Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua B'Katham.
Yeah, how about Shem Yahushua B'Katham?
Yadamata, Sar, meaning turn to face the sisters. Sisters, Amajim. May the visitor going to render one courtesy salute to the sisters, Madam Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Athah Bashem Yahushua. Yadamata, your shop means to be seated. I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We're at I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the Feast of Purim, which is the 14th and 15th day of the 12th month, which is March 13th through March 14th. And you can read about that in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 through 31. And we also have the upcoming Lord's 56th Passover, which is April the 12th, which is coming up soon, very soon. It will be held in Atlanta, Georgia, which is the 14th day of the first month, followed by the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which is the 15th day of the first month for 7 days. That's from April the 13th through April the 20th. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, class dismissed. Oh, Salakia.
Make sure that they are sending in the Passover funds.
Right, and make sure that you are sending in your Passover funds. We $200. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, class dismissed.